Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your October 2016 reading. I'm really sorry that it's a little bit late. It really is just a case of, you know, really busy and stuff with the other readings and the personals and this, that and the other. I am really going to try. The thing is, I don't really like to record these videos for the next month too early. So I don't like recording them sort of a month before the new month begins and all that. It's just something I don't want to do. But I'll probably try it out that way for November and get these done a little bit earlier for the November run so everybody is up on time. So once again, my apologies. I'll make sure you guys are first for November along with everybody else. Yeah. So if you'd like a private reading with me, Sagittarius, go to www.carolsuniverse.co.uk. So, it's an interesting reading, as they all are, really. And the thing with the tarot is, when you do the general readings, you got to think really quickly with the cards. You really do, because every card serves a function. So, cups will serve how we feel, how we're dealing with something in an emotional sense. Swords will deal with our ideas, our beliefs, our thoughts, our struggles. Wands are the bravery, the courage that we have, the passions that we feel. Again, they're an ideas card, but they're more to do with the energy around a situation, I find. And Pentacles are actually in the here and now because they are the results of a situation. So Pentacles are the table that my cards are on. Pentacles are my cards. Pentacles are the camera that I'm looking at right now. Pentacles are the money that I have. They deal with the material world and the things that we literally experience on an everyday life and an everyday situation. So your advice card, we'll start with advice, judgment. Now, when you get judgment, let me just get comfy here. I've decided to sit on the couch from now on. I'm going to change the living room around a bit. Anyway, just to get it looking a bit more cozy for the readings. But I just really need to be comfortable now when I'm doing the generals. You know, judgment is one of those cards, and it's a very strong card. Trust me. I'm one of those readers, I'm ever so inquisitive, so I'll always read for myself. A lot of readers say, oh, Dan, you should never read for yourself, you know, why? Why not? You know, you don't have to ask a question, you can just say, cards, just tell me what you need me to know. So I did a reading on myself last month, I think it was, and I saw in the immediate future the Wheel of Fortune and the Queen of Wands. Wheel of Fortune can mean unexpected, can mean things out of our control, doesn't always mean good things, doesn't always mean bad things, and that's in the upright. It can mean good and bad. These are things that come in out of our control, and they can be good and bad. Depends on how the card is placed. You get Wheel of Fortune after the Nine of Pentacles. You might be going great guns with money. That Wheel of Fortune shows up after the Nine of Pentacles, and I've experienced it, trust me. And it means you're going to have a downturn in money, or something's going to happen around your money. Okay? Wheel of Fortune before that Queen of Wands was, I had an unexpected person contact me. So the Wheel of Fortune was unexpected. The Queen of Wands was a woman. It was from a recruitment agency. Influences coming in showed me as the Four of Pentacles. I'm quite secure and stable financially. But that Four of Pentacles showed up with the Two of Cups. Two of Cups was in the reverse. So Two of Cups in the reverse is a partnership or a failed partnership or a non-agreement or no agreement. And then in the outcome it showed strength and the Lovers. What that told me when the lady called and she said, would you like a job doing data entry? And I said, no, I'm running a business now. I really enjoy it. I have no need. That reading told me that in the immediate future, out of the blue, I would have contact from potentially a female, and it was. Queen of Wands is usually a recruitment consultant, somebody who works in business, somebody who's an entrepreneur, Wands are usually employment. So it was an employment person that contacted me, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands. I told her no, I wasn't interested in the job because I'm running my own business. I'm secure. So Four of Pentacles with me, feeling financially secure. I have no need of the partnership. Two of Cups in the reverse. The outcome was I was adamant, strength in my decision, the Lovers. So what I'm trying to say is these cards serve a function. And the Judgment card showed up for me again once, in which I received an unexpected call from a relative trying to tell me about something. I won't say what it was. But that Judgment card is exceptionally important in the tarot, because what that lets us know is that we're either going to be released from a time of difficulty, or it's time to take a stand. It's time to make a very important decision. Judgment and justice are kind of quite similar, but I feel that judgment is where you really have to make a judgment. You have to make a decision, because it's the wake-up call card. The trumpet that's being sounded from the angel is the universe saying to you, wake up. It's time to wake up and make a decision on something, because it's really important. It could change the course of your life, and that's what judgment is. It comes in when it tells us it is time to change direction. It is time to take control. It is time to listen to the voice of your inner ear, whether that comes through an external person, a family member, a friend, a telephone call. Judgment card tells you it's time to listen, because when you listen, it's going to change your life. It tells us to release ourselves from old patterns, old ways of being, things that have kept us stuck in the past. This card can reference people coming back from the past, if you get it with something like the Six of Cups, potentially even the Knight of Wands as well, possibly even Chariot. Got to look at the cards. Certain cards move, certain cards don't move. Certain cards are passive, certain cards are active. Judgment is definitely an active card, because whether it's coming from an external source or it's coming from in yourself, whether it's a dream that you have, whether it's God that's speaking to you, whether it's an angel that's speaking to you, Sagittarius, it is there to serve an extraordinary... There are cards, I'm telling you, Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, Tower, Death. Those types of cards, they are really, really important within the tarot, because they tell us that a change is coming to you, or a change must be made, or you've got to make a change based on a decision that you make. And that's important. So I feel the advice is change. You have to make a change. You have to make a big judgment, a big decision, because what's important when you look at the advice card as well, I feel, is to look at obviously the spread, because this will tell you whether it's something that's out of your control or whether it's something within your control. And I definitely feel that this is something that's within your control within the month of October 2016, Sagittarius, okay? And I feel that the Judgment card is saying, listen to the voice of wisdom, listen to the voice of your angels, listen to your friends, listen to people who can speak wisdom to you, because a wake-up call is coming to you. Okay, whether that's through a telephone call. The Judgment card can be a telephone call. It can be communication that comes to you in the month of October that gives you that kind of ping moment where it's like, oh, okay, I get it. I need to do this. It can also be, look out for the synchronicities that you see around you. Look out for the signs. Look out for the things that you see around you that add up, that help you to make a decision going forward. But judgment, a lot of the time, is making a judgment in the month of October 2016. Some of you guys, you might be feeling judged in the month of October 2016. You might be feeling that other people are judging you, okay? So it might be a judgment is made towards you, potentially, okay? Or it's coming for you. But either way you want to look at that, judgment really precipitates major changes that happen within our lives, things that we've ignored. Often the Judgment card will show up as something you've ignored is going to come and bite you on the ass, or it's going to come back to haunt you. Or it's going to come back and say, you know, this thing hasn't actually gone away. You've got to pay attention to it now, because the synchronicities, the things that you see, the words that you hear, whether that's an internal voice, whether that's an external voice, it's all leading you to actually make some very, very vital changes within your life. Your general energy is the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. I've seen this combination before for another of the signs earlier in the year for a reading. So those two cards are your general energy. So, you know, this is what I say with the tarot. It's important to look at what the suit tells you. We know that swords are ideas, thoughts, beliefs, struggles, communication, difficult communication. Three of Swords for me is a card about ideas affecting us emotionally. It can be three people's ideas. It can be a love triangle, for example. Okay, we've got three swords. We've got instruments of metal being stuck in a human organ. That's painful. So it's something that causes pain, and it's usually from an external source. And I feel that there is something that is causing some of you guys pain in the month of October 2016, that is causing some internal difficulty. Okay, so this can be communication that you receive. It can be communication from different sources, from different people, for example, from 3 people, from 3 different sources. It can be, through a source can often mean that you're still in pain from the past. So something may have happened in the past and it's still with you, but it's weighing you down mentally, and it's got to kind of have a resolution, because you've got that 10 of swords after it. So we go from a 3 to a 10. We go from a 3 of swords, where something is affecting you emotionally, to a 10 of swords, where it's literally give up time. It's literally weighing you down. When you get the 10 of swords, this is the card that suggests I've been betrayed, or somebody has let me down, or somebody has really hurt me, or somebody has really upset me. And I feel like a victim. There's no way that I'm ever going to get over this, because when you look at 10s, they are the most. So they are the most joy, the most money, the most pressure, and the most pain that you can ever endure. 10 of swords, the most pain. 10 of pentacles, the most abundance, the most wealth. In whatever capacity. It doesn't mean you're rich. It just means that you, for example, you could be in a very stable job, you and your partner, and you could be earning, I don't know, $60,000 or $100,000 between you each year, or, you know, 50,000, 60,000, 100,000 pounds between you each year. It doesn't mean that you're spankingly rich. It just means that you're really, really comfortable in what you've got. Really comfortable. Sometimes the 10 of Pentacles, we've got a 10 of Pentacles here in the reading, can lead to, I've forgotten what I was just about to say there. Oh, what's going on? The 10 of Pentacles we've got in the reading can be an inheritance, for example. It can be family matters, discussions within the family. It can be family wealth. Okay, it can also represent workplaces, places where lots of money is made. It can also represent that you are at the top of your career, for example. You're going to a 10 of Pentacles, you're at a 10 of Pentacles. You've got great potential, there's great growth, there's a lot of resources around you. Very good card to get. But I feel that there is a situation here for some of you Sagittarians, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, that is very difficult, because we see, as I say, 3 swords that are penetrating probably the most important human organ, which is the heart. So I feel that there is pain here that is going up to a 10. So it's the most pain through a difficult situation that some of you guys might be enduring. But it says it's got to change, because your advice card is Judgment. And Judgment says you've got to release yourself from the situation. So whatever is happening here, Sagittarius, you have to release yourself from a situation that I feel for some of you guys you are reluctant to release yourself from, just judging by what I'm seeing in the cards and how I feel about them. Remember, when you read tarot, know your cards, know what every single card means. Don't look at websites that tell you. You don't even need to know what the meaning of the card is. Just go with what your intuition. There's no point. It's just like saying, well, I can play a piano, but I don't know how to read music. And it's fine if you can just play a piano and you can kind of play by ear, and that's great. But what happens if you are invited to a concert to play with an amazing orchestra and you don't know how to read sheet music? It's always important in everything that you do in life, if you're going to do it professionally, if you're going to know how to interpret the cards, to know what it means. So never go to websites, as far as I'm concerned, that say to you, you don't know have to have any general meanings or know anything generally. Any general, even if it's the most minutest of knowledge that you've got, you must know something about what the cards mean in general, because it will give you your launch pad. When you know the rules, you can break them, right? So, 3 of Swords, 3 swords penetrating a human organ. That's painful. That's difficult. That's heartbreak. So for some of you guys, it might be heartbreak. It might be that there is a situation that escalates. Because again, with the 10 of Swords, we see 10 swords impaling a human body. They've gone all the way through to this guy. So again, we're seeing swords on skin. So there is something, somebody's ideas, somebody's communication, somebody's words, a struggle that is really affecting you guys, I feel, emotionally in the month of October 2016, Sagittarius. And the advice card is judgment. You've got to release it. You've got to find a way to release this energy, because I feel that you're holding on. When you get 10s, 10 of swords, 10 of pentacles, especially with 10 of swords and 10 of wands cards, especially those cards, nobody wants to be stuck with heavy pressure. So with the 10 of wands, a guy is pushing against 10 wands. He's pushing. It's taking all of his might. He's tired. He's like, I'm trying to push this thing to a certain level. But with those cards, 10 of swords, I can't do anything. So sometimes you get the 10 of swords and it's like change tact, because there's nothing you can do with this situation with the 10 of swords. If you got to give up, give up. There's always another way to another, there's always another avenue to peace. Sometimes with the 10 of swords, something ends in the most violent of ways, but we learn a lesson from it and we get up again. We go from the 10 straight through to the ace again. If we're omitting the court cards, we're looking at the 10, and then you go to the ace. The ace is mental clarity. So after that 10, we can go back to the ace and say, okay, the situation didn't work out. Therefore, with the ace of swords, I've learned something from it. I've gained my mental clarity. And maybe with the 2 of swords after that, maybe now I put the shutters up and I know exactly who it is I should let in and who it is I should shut out. Because the 10 of swords can also reference betrayal. So with the 10 of swords, it could be sometimes, I've been betrayed by a person, I'm heartbroken, 3 of swords, but you know what? I'm going to get up again with the ace of swords. I'm completely clear now. I have great mental clarity. I've learnt my lesson, and I'll keep that person out with the 2 of swords. It might be heartbreaking with the 3 of swords, but I'll recover with the 4 of swords. And with the 5 of swords, I'll know exactly how to deal with people like this in the future. 6 of swords, I'm able to move on. 7 of swords, I'm going to be clever this time. I'm going to make sure that I have a good strategy in my life, because I didn't before. I was completely naive. So you can see how this works. That 3 of swords and 10 of swords, I feel that there is enough on a situation here. And the advice is release, 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 judgment. The first of the 8 cards we see is the 9 of wands, and that's just before you get to that 10 of wands. The 9 of wands is a card about a guy who is still holding out. He's still in it. He's still in it. He's not willing to give up the fight just as yet. Now, we can see on the card Sagittarius, and this is you guys really, because you're wands, that this person here has got a band-aid on his head. He's tired, he's been through the wars. His face is filled with anxiety. If you look at that face, he is anxious. His eyes are fluttering. They're agitated. He's worried. But he's holding firm with his wand. And he's like, no, I'm not ready to give up, no. No, not going to give up. Not going to give up. We've also got another card next to this that says you don't give up. We've got a King of Cups going on. Now, always be careful with the tarot, because it's not always as it seems. You could look at a general meaning for the King of Cups and you could say, well, it's emotional awareness, emotional stability. It's emotional calm. It's someone who is kind, somebody who's emotionally responsible, they're caring, they're giving. But it wouldn't work with me with this reading. It really wouldn't. Because I would then probably think to interject another word that kind of sums those 2 cards up. And, you know, how can we get certain cards that should be really quite different in their interpretation and meaning? How can we get them to kind of mean the same thing? Well, what do? The 9 of wands is agitation, but it's perseverance. But it's not good perseverance. You get Nine of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Your perseverance will lead to good luck, for example. You get Nine of Wands, potentially Ten of Swords together. Well, you're on a hiding to nothing. You're holding out, but it probably won't result in anything. Or probably won't result in you being absolutely just, forget it. I give up. I've just held out for too long. Think about how your flow of your cards go. How do the other cards interact? What's the flow going on with the cards, Sagittarius? See a guy here who's holding out. And he's holding out for dear life. He doesn't really want to be there. Who wants to be like this? We've all been in situations like this where we've held on. It's uncomfortable. We're still holding in there. Because this guy feels that if he holds in there, it's going to be something good that comes after. And you've got to have a good card that comes after. Now, he could say with the King of Cups, if he holds on, finally he'll reach a point of calm. But this King of Cups, don't forget, sits on a rocky sea. So it's not like you get a Nine of Wands and a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is about absolute success in terms of, for example, finances. So it might be whatever this person holds out for. Here, with the King of Pentacles, it leads to great success. Okay, so he's earned his stripes. He's gone through the wars, but finally he achieved something. It's not to say that the King of Cups is not achievement, but the King of Cups has a little bit of a downside to it, because this can mean that you are keeping your head in a crisis. Emotionally, you're trying to hold it together. You're keeping it together emotionally. That water underneath this guy is the stress. And it's rocky. So it says that even though emotionally you're feeling rocky, you're holding it together. We can see, therefore, that the similarity between both of those cards is holding things together, keeping things together. But why are you trying to keep things together, Sagittarius, in the month of October 2016? Well, because I feel that you feel there's going to be a prize at the end of it, potentially. I feel that for some of you guys, and I'm looking at the bottom cards that are underscoring both of these. So we've got a Nine of Wands and a King of Cups. And what underscores these guys is this Ten of Pentacles. I feel that some of you guys might be holding out for either a payday or an inheritance or money or success with that Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles means to have the most abundance, the most wealth. And it seems to lead to the world. So maybe it will lead to freedom. Maybe whatever it is that you guys are holding out for here is going to lead to some freedom, you believe, in the month of October 2016. The world means to achieve greatness, to make a huge accomplishment. We go for a 10 to the world, which is great, because the world is off the chart, it's off the scale, pertaining to that Ten of Pentacles as far as I'm concerned. Ten of Pentacles is the most wealth, the most money you can get. So you're holding out for something to do with this Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is right directly underneath that Nine of Wands. So it's almost like you're standing, you're trying to protect something here. You're standing on that Ten of Pentacles. So it's almost like you're standing on a treasure trove. You're trying to protect some great financial payout or something that you believe will give you security and abundance and stability. And you're keeping your head in a crisis because you believe that it will result. The King of Cups is underscored by the world. Now, the World card is a great accomplishment. But it can also be that you're sitting on the world. You're sitting on something of greatness. Along with this Ten of Pentacles, to me, it's almost like you're holding out for something because you feel it's going to bring you greatness, or it's going to bring you something of some sort of accomplishment. It could be financial, because we do have a financial card here. For some of you guys, you might be trying to hold on to a relationship, for example. But I feel in the month of October, something comes to you that kind of shapes that card up. And I think that might be why we've got the Judgment card as the advice card. Because I feel that Judgment could be whereby you have to make a judgment on whether you stay in the past, whether you stay with this thing that might be causing you some form of exhaustion. It's something that you're holding on to, that you feel, I believe, that you feel you're going to gain something of greatness from. It's not come as yet, but you're not willing to let go or give up on it at all because of that Nine of Wands and the King of Cups. Neither cards want to give up, neither of them. That king will sit there till kingdom come. Because really, he's not a man of water, he's a man of steel. Even though he's not a king of swords, he does very much have a king of swords mentality. Because who else is going to weather a storm like that except for a king of swords? Mentally strong. And you need to be mentally strong to sit on a rocky water on an iron or a stone throne. You get a throne, as I said in one of the other readings, you get a throne that sits on water, especially if it's made out of stone or steel or some heavy material that's not designed for water and it's going to sink. But he doesn't sink, which to me almost said it's mind over matter with this King of Cups. It's how he chooses to view a situation. So I feel with the Nine of Wands, by holding out, by persisting, by persevering, by mind over matter, even though we have a Cups card, this to me can easily be an air card. It can easily take on the traits of a King of Swords. Steely, determined, focused. And this King of Cups is focused. He's not willing to let his fear, which is the water, take him under. Because there's something that you are looking to achieve. There's something that you believe will come that will give you greatness. However, I do feel that there is a little bit of a spoke in the wheel, as it were. Because we've got a Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles often means to weigh two things up. When you're doing tarot, as I always say, try and get into the head of the card, because that'll give you some clues as to what this person is doing or how the reading is panning out. Two of Pentacles, if I were to be the Two of Pentacles guy, I'd be like, okay, what's the best way to go? If I put it this way, would it lighten the load? If I do it this way, would it lighten the load? What's the best adjustment that I can make to this situation? It can be to do with adjustment, trying to weigh two things. And I think you are weighing up two things, because I feel that you've got messages that are coming to you. We've got an Ace of Wands facing this Two of Pentacles. And I feel the Eight of Wands is often about, this can be one of the most difficult cards in a way to interpret in a reading. Because the Eight of Wands, you get cards like the Eight of Wands and they have many, many meanings to them. It can be that you've got a lot of creative ideas. It can be that you've got a lot of attention or interest in you. Because those Eight Wands can be the interest or the vibrations that are coming from others. That Eight of Wands can represent attacks. That Eight of Wands can represent a flight, travel. I feel that you have options potentially to travel, because the Eight of Wands is facing the Two of Pentacles and you're weighing something up here. So with the Eight of Wands, it might be that you're weighing up many ideas. It might be that you're weighing up the option to travel. It might be that you are weighing up messages that are coming from others. Whilst you're trying to defend something here or stick with something here that I feel is representative of that Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, something that's dragging you down, but you're still in it. I think that the universe is bringing something to you that will release you from that energy. But it means making a sacrifice or giving up on something that was causing you great stress. Because maybe for some of you guys, you were holding out with the idea that this would bring great prosperity, great abundance, great achievement. If you could just hold in there, keep it together just for a little bit longer, it will bring it to you. But I feel with the Two of Pentacles, it could be that you have a decision to make, because the Two of Pentacles can mean I've got a decision to make, or I'm weighing up two things. It could be two offers that you're weighing up, because we have two Knights. Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I don't do much to do with travel in the tarot, but to me, the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, they can both be travel cards. And they're both offering you something as well. So it looks to me you're weighing up, it could be, with the Knight of Cups, something to do with travel, because the Eight of Wands is also a travel card. We've got three travel cards here. Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. All three are travel. Okay? That Eight of Wands can also be you, because you're Sagittarius, you're Wands. So maybe your thoughts are all over the place because you've got a decision to make. Could be two offers that come to you. Because we also know that the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands are both offer cards. Wow, so you get a Knight of Cups when somebody's making you an offer. You get a Knight of Pentacles when somebody's making you an offer. I feel there's an opportunity coming here for you. I feel already you're holding on to something. But it says that opportunity is knocking so it can release you from something. Now, yes, there will be a sacrifice that potentially you've got to make. So the Three of Swords could easily be in the month of October. There's something that is causing you great difficulty emotionally. It might be something to do with some communication that comes to you. To which with that Ten of Swords, you might completely be floored. I give up. I don't know what decision to make around this. I feel completely overwhelmed by the communication that I'm receiving. Because maybe you want to stay in a certain area within your life and you're afraid to move out of it. But the choices are coming to you because you've got two knights showing up here and they both either represent travel, can be to different parts of the world, or they could represent just two completely different offers. But two people are offering you something here, two different offers. And I know this because we've got a Two of Pentacles that overscores those two knights. And also we've got card Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands showing messages coming to you. This could be to do with travel as well, because the Eight of Wands is a travel card. I feel whatever it is that's going on here, Sagittarius, the reading is really saying, you know, let go of whatever it is that you are holding on to because you feel that this will give you great prosperity or great abundance. Maybe it's a chance to look at something else here. Okay? The Three of Swords can also represent head and heart decisions that you need to make. And maybe that's why we've got the Ten of Swords. Because you're completely confused and floored by a decision that you need to make. Okay? I can't neglect that Nine of Wands. Nines usually mean completion, coming to the end. So for some of you guys, if we were to turn the reading in another way, you could say the Three of Swords, you've got a head and heart decision to make in the month of October 2016, Sagittarius. With that Ten of Swords, it might be that there is an ending coming in around a difficult situation or a difficult decision that you need to make. That finally you give up the ghost and you make that decision. The Nine of Wands could say, well, maybe you've been through a very trying time, but a time of completion is nearing, in which the King of Cups shows, as a result of that, feeling calm, feeling content, feeling emotionally stable more than anything else. Maybe this time of completion not only brings in emotional stability, it brings in great wealth and accomplishment. But perhaps you've got a choice to make between what direction you need to go in. Two of Pentacles. Because there are many options with that Eight of Wands to consider. Because you've got the Knight of Cups who's offering you something and the Knight of Pentacles. You've got two offers on the table and maybe you're up in the air about it. Maybe this is how you feel right now. You still haven't made a decision. You're still firing out lots of messages back and forth, talking about the situation, but you still haven't come to a decision. And the advice card is make a judgment on this. So for some of you guys, if it's a simple case of you've got head and heart decisions to make, maybe there is family that you need to consider. Maybe you're trying to protect them. Maybe that Ten of Pentacles underscoring the Nine of Wands is you wanting to protect what you already have. And maybe with the King of Cups, it's the unwillingness to make a decision here, but just sort of sitting on things. Because maybe with the World card, it's saying it involves the ending of a cycle, the ending of a journey. We know that the World card means ending of cycles as well. The World card can also mean limitations. So if we were to look at the world as being a limitation, maybe the limitation underscores your inability with the King of Cups to actually make that decision and to kind of sit on how you feel. Because the King of Cups, the water is over the world. It's covering the world. It's drowning the world. So maybe you're trying to drown something out here because you're trying to protect family, or you're holding on to family. You're holding on to what you've already built up within a certain area of your life. And maybe that's why the Three of Swords comes in here. Head and heart decisions that are really kind of taking you under with the Ten of Swords. Because you've got decisions to make with that Two of Pentacles. Your feelings may be all up in the air with the Eight of Wands because there are two pretty nice offers that are coming to you. Knight of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, but which way do I go? It says with judgment, make a judgment, because this could really see a different change for you, a different way of life. So if you're holding on to things because you're used to them, if you're holding back because you're used to them, then it says it's time to kind of let go of things in the past and move forward. For some of you guys, it could simply be, but I cannot disregard the general energy you see and the advice card. For some of you guys, it will simply be a case of, yes, you've held out for something, you've earned your stripes, and now you get what you want with the Ten of Pentacles. And because you were mature in thought, the world comes about, accomplishment. You have the presence of mind, and it brings about accomplishment for some of you guys. But I can't disregard that Two of Pentacles, because the Two of Pentacles is usually kind of about weighing things up. Can be juggling two jobs. For some of you guys, you might be juggling two jobs. You might be the Knight of Cups and you might be the Knight of Pentacles. Remember, the Knights are the things that we do. So they're the adventures that we go on. They're the actions that we take. And both cards are not in any rush. They're not. They're not the Knight of Swords and they're not the Knight of Wands. They're very gentle energies, is the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. If I were to look at keywords, it could be Knight of Cups, an offer comes to you with the Knight of Pentacles, job security, for example. So it could be for some of you guys, maybe you're managing two jobs with the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're all over the place because of that with the Eight of Wands. But maybe an offer comes to you with the Knight of Cups that will give solid stability and security with the Knight of Pentacles. And maybe the fact that you've held out for so long with that Nine of Wands brings in some good luck with the Ten of Pentacles, in which you can feel far more stable with the King of Cups because you've achieved the world. So for some of you guys, it might be you're managing two jobs, you've gone for one job and you get it. And therefore that Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords energy, it says that maybe there is an ending to difficulties with the Three of Swords. Something like that. But I feel that there is a great change coming in. And it's precipitated because we've got the Judgment card as your advice card. It says that heed the call. If there are changes that you need to make, Sagittarius, you're going to have to do them. Make a big judgment. Because there are things coming in that are going to actually try and push you forward in that direction. So Sagittarius, what I want to say is I feel that this could be also a family situation that's going on for some of you guys. You know, what I'm noticing is this Ten of Pentacles, and often this is a family situation, so it could be an argument over money as well, or over some form of inheritance, or just some sort of situation. I feel some of you guys might be trying to keep the peace within the family, because obviously with this Nine of Wands, this is someone who feels really stressed out, they're battle-worn, they're knackered, and they're just kind of like, oh, geez. But with the King of Cups energy, we could say that maybe you're trying to approach this from a place of kindness, from a place of care. King of Cups is usually a very good mediator, and maybe that's why you've got the Two of Pentacles, showing here. Because the Two of Pentacles is not just weighing things up, it's also weighing things up through mediation. So it could be that there are, with the Eight of Wands, many different messages that are coming at you. Because we've got that Eight of Wands facing the Two of Pentacles. So I feel for some of you guys, it might be where you're trying to mediate on a family situation. And I feel that you are, because we've got Two of Pentacles and the King of Cups, both cards also can be mediators. All right, so I feel that you're trying to sort something out here. You're trying to come to some form of a good resolution, because I feel that through the Ten of Pentacles, maybe talking things through in a very mature fashion with family members, it will lead to an accomplishment, an ending to the situation, a happy ending to the situation with that World card. I feel that there are possibly three people maybe, that are trying to put their point of view across, because you've got the Knight of Cups and also that Knight of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Neither one of them is you. So it could be that we're looking at water signs, earth sign individuals. Could be brothers and sisters. Could just be people in your immediate family. But I feel that they're trying to kind of say everything all at once. I'm getting a lot of confusion going on within this reading. So I feel that some of you guys are actually dealing with some very intense family situations. And that can also be why we've got the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Because I feel that you're ready to just sort of mentally give up. You just want to give up on a very difficult situation. The Three of Swords, as I've said, can be three different ideas that are causing great emotional stress. Okay, so it can be words, it can be usually external people, external environments that are causing some emotional stress. So I'm sensing emotional stress, and it seems to be leading to a place of, God, I've had enough. I've just had enough of the whole damn thing. And this is why I feel that you also get the Judgment card that comes up. Because the Judgment card can mean, you know what, just release it. Just let it go. Time out. Okay, just move on to something else. If you can't clear up a family situation, that Ten of Swords also means, there's sometimes nothing you can do about something. So as I've said, just go in another direction. Plan B. Plan B could have been within Judgment. And that is, leave the situation, whether you've got to leave the home, whether you're going to go, live somewhere else, go to a job. It could be situations within the workplace as well. Trying to mediate situations, difficulty. We don't have any really dark cards, but the thing is, to have something that could be quite negative, it doesn't have to have dark cards. You just got to have a look at the energies. The Nine of Wands is a surefire energy that says that somebody's tired, somebody's weary, somebody's still holding in there, but they're really exhausted by holding in there. But the King of Cups comes in as the calmness, calm within a storm, holding in there. He is the rational, emotionally, he's the psychotherapist or the counsellor or the psychiatrist of the family. This is what the King of Cups does. So some of you guys, I'm getting, you might be trying to mediate on a situation here. Trying to temper everything, trying to calm everyone down, because I feel that people have their points of view around a situation and it's difficult. But the Judgment cards of the advice could be, well, let it go. If there's nothing that you can if there's nothing that you can do about the situation, then let it go. If you're the one in the driving seat and you're the one that has the ability to sort this out, then Judgment will say, well, you've got to make a judgment on it. You've just got to make a judgment. So yes, it could be, besides being a work situation, whatever the situation is, it could also be a family or a close-knit family or friendship situation going on here that needs some resolution. Let's have a look how the angel cards are panning out and what advice they've got for you in the month of October 2016. Angels, what is the advice that you have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising sign? Show me the advice for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. What's the advice that you have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the month of October 2016? Show me. Perfect timing. That's incredible. Let's have a look what perfect timing says. Let's show that again. Make sure you saw the words. Perfect timing on there. This is the perfect timing for the situation you've asked about. Move forward with confidence. Don't delay or hesitate, because an energy gateway is presently open for you. Conditions are ripe, even if you don't feel prepared exactly. Rest assured that you are. That's incredible. And that's exactly what I'm saying here. The Two of Pentacles, funnily enough, can also mean to procrastinate. And it could also be because there might be travel, there might be many options coming to you, and you need to make a decision on these options. So you might be, I'm seeing procrastination because of that Nine of Wands, holding out on something maybe that you already have or you think is coming to you, but it's saying do not procrastinate with the perfect timing. The Judgment card is backing this up with the advice. It's time for a change. It's time to make a big judgment. Don't procrastinate on things in the month of October 2016. If there is a good opportunity that comes to you, but you feel that you're going to have to make a sacrifice. What is there to lose? You have one life, one way to go. So really this reading is saying, you know, bite the bullet, because sometimes opportunities are brought to us, and if they don't really pose any major difficulties for you as an individual, then maybe it's time to bite the bullet and go for something here. But it looks like you're procrastinating, or you're juggling, or you're toying with 2 offers potentially in the month of October 2016, and the universe is stressing, make a decision, make a judgment on it. It's time to change from the old into the new. That's your reading, Sagittarius, for the month of October 2016. I would like to say thank you very, very much for joining me on Carol's Universe. And I will speak to you guys in November. You've got your love reading up as well, so take a look at that. Thanks for your time, guys. Take care.